Hello, hello. Yes. AIE. Hello. In all the games. Yeah. Let's not have my own voice in my ears. All right, we look live. Okay. Eve, Eve, Eve. Oh, Eve, you are so eveness. Your eveness precedes you. Let's get some tweets out. Just make sure that people know that we're here. Let me get in the Eve channel in Discord. Let me make sure that this is set up. There we go. Now we have that set up too. Let's get some people in here. What did I tweet out earlier? I tweeted a tweet out that said, I'm going to be doing this. Let's make up a new one. Hashtag AIE Guild in all the games. Live stream tonight. Eve edition. Join me in Discord too and help me remember how to play this game. Okay. I have 2 accounts open. I have 2 pilots ready to go. Is anyone in here? Let me tweet this out and I will look. Put that there. Let's put it here. Let's put it in the Eve channel. Eve Embassy. Okay. And now let me go back and see, is anyone in chat? Hello, Apples. Hey, kind of very hey, Apples. You guys can jump in Discord too. Oh, and Seema. Seema, did you get an alert that a very important tweet came in? Seema's rotary phone makes funny noises when guild tweets come in. Nice. Cubs. I had a bunch of interns start at my work. I've worked downtown Chicago. Started the company today. And almost all of them said, thumbs up, Cubs. One of them said explicitly, I'm a fan of every Chicago sports team except the Sox. Not that I'm not a Sox fan, but I grew up a Cubs fan. So that's definitely my deal. Eve, Eve, Eve. Okay, this is my account that's not in the corp, so it's not secret. There's stuff I can show off. It's not going to be a problem. The problem with Eve, and I'm going to have to put up some blocks over the screen, I'm sure. I don't really care. If I don't, then some other people may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. You have to have security. You can't give away where people's positions are. You have to have operational security for Eve. So until so I might be doing a couple things tonight. Might be doing a little bit of stuff in high sec, a little bit of stuff in low sec. If we get a corporation roam going, mostly we're gonna probably just be doing some PvE stuff, but relatively dangerous in low sec because we've got to have big fleets going back and forth through our space. I've noticed throughout the day as I've sort of been reminding myself how to play Eve. So when that starts, maybe I'll do a little bit of that too, and I'll get some of the screen blocks going on too. So let me go to the full screen view. Yeah, let's go to this view, and let's make sure I can do the little block things as needed. Add an image. STO backdrop image. What is this image? Nope, not that one. No, get rid of that. Oh, there it is. So this is one that I can change the shape of and change the resolution of, I think. So I could cover it up just a little bit. What is this one? Is that the AIE logo? Yes, it is, which I just messed up. And I am certainly open to suggestions too of what people want to hear about, what people want to see in Eve, and whatnot. So one of the things I want to start off with, we'll leave this image issue for later. This covering up the secrets issue for later, when I need to go into the corp stuff. But one of the things I wanted to show off was, okay, so back in the day, one of my favorite things to do was fly a Drake, and then Drakes weren't already all that awesome anymore. But for a while, and nobody was flying Drakes anymore, but now they are. So this HiSec alt guy, here, where is he? Get his face out here. This is one of my characters. He's sort of a HiSec, mostly mining and trading and industrial. He can fly these big industrial ships. He can cart stuff around. But he can also fly a Drake. And Drakes were always one of my favorite. Rare loot, 9.6 billion. So these are all scams in local. So I wanted to come back here I was in Dodixie, which is one of the trading hubs. This is the main trading hub of the whole universe, which is Jita. I wanted to come here because I'm pretty sure in my hangar, I've got a Drake. Look, I've got a fitted Drake. I'm going to get into my Drake, and I'm going to fly my Drake around a little bit while we talk, because it has been so long, and I don't have any Drakes down in nullsec on my other account. So I'm going to wait on that one until we can get something going on. I do have a Vexor, a cool ship that I'll show over there in a little bit, but check out this Drake. So let me open my fittings window, show you what I've got in here. I don't even know if this stuff works anymore, but I think it does. So I've got some missiles. This one looks like it's not working anymore. What is it saying? Put online. I don't have enough CPU apparently. So stuff has probably changed and some of this stuff won't work anymore. But I have heavy missile launchers, so I could probably shoot some relatively big stuff. Ballistic control, what is this? Target painter, that helps the missiles hone in on the target. A micro warp drive, I don't know why I have that instead of an afterburner, but apparently I do. I'm sure this is terrible now, and this doesn't make sense whatsoever, but I'm going to fly it around anyway, so let's undock. I'm in HiSec, which is, nothing is ever safe in Eve. That's the old story. And it's very true. But HiSec is the safer place you can get. And if somebody comes and kills you in HiSec, they will almost always die as well. So that you got that going for you, which is nice. Although I should probably at least put some insurance on this thing, shouldn't I? Nah. Nah, I'm self-insured. But yeah, so it's relatively safe, and this is the main trading hub, but let's find some place to go. Let's go back towards Dodixie, maybe like halfway back. I'll set that as my destination. So these are all the jumps I would have to make through all these jump gates to get back towards Dodixie. So let's go someplace a little bit further away. We don't want to be right on Jita, because it's super busy in Jita. So let's move out a little bit. It is Spreadsheets in Space. Stan Kinia, how you doing? And when they say Spreadsheets in Space, this is the kind of thing that they're talking about. When you're in a fight, and especially if you're very good, you know what you're doing. All of these, the velocity, the transversal velocity, angular velocity. This is basically how you manage the fight. You're going through this list, and you're watching all of these factors, and this is how you do your targeting, and this is how you decide what you're going to orbit around. You do very little clicking in actual game, and there's no like controls like AWSD, like I'm gonna move my ship around. It doesn't really work that way. So like here's a guy in his capsule. If I wanted to shoot him, I would click on this, and I would say lock target, and then I would click on my missiles, and which are grouped up into two groups here, and I would blow him up. But I'm not going to do that. Why is this missile group? Can this not even go online? I'm probably my stuff is probably all broken. I'm not going to go shoot anything big, so it wouldn't be a problem. But so let's ungroup. Oh, I see. Let's ungroup these. Can I? Yeah, clear group. There we go. Because that one won't work, so I can't put that group online. But I can have these ones. So these three are grouped up. I don't know what that little red number means. I'm so bad at this. I've forgotten more than I knew. I've forgotten more than I should know. But I've been spending the last week or so, just a little bit. I haven't had much time, but spending the last week or so looking at all my accounts, looking at my ships, and slowly remembering bits and bits. And there's a lot of fun stuff that I'm remembering. A lot of stuff that's not even possible right now with where I'm at and where the corporation is at and what ships are available to me and that kind of thing. But still quite a bit. So here's my ship flying towards this Stargate, and when I hit that Stargate, I'll jump. Anyway, so this is a no, it's aren't Drake's? Yeah, Drake's Caldari. Galente is all the drone ships. So my main is actually really good at flying drone ships right now too, but Caldari are the missile boats in general. And my main is actually very good at flying Caldari ships. But yeah, Drake was one of the old main workhorses back like 5 years ago when I used to play. Alright, let's go one more. Where are we at? We're in a 0.9 system. Let's go. So the closer you get to 0 and below 0, the crazier, the more dangerous things get. So nullsec is 0 space. We're still at 1.0, which means it's really high, really safe, and not much interesting happens. Anyway, so what's AIE doing in EVE? That's really the main question, right? AIE is a nullsec corporation, part of a bigger alliance. So AIE is down doing alliance things in nullsec and sort of carving out a little bit of a home down in nullsec right now. So they've moved to a new space with a new alliance. They've gotten sovereignty, which means they've sort of captured ownership of a couple of the systems down there so far. I think they've just moved to sovereignty on 3 systems, even though they don't own the station in those other systems, I noticed, because I can't dock in them yet. But sovereignty in 3 systems down in nullsec. And once you have sovereignty in those systems, then you get sort of like bonuses to what you're able to do there, and ownership of being able to dock at the stations that you capture, and things like that. And you can sort of set up markets and trading and all of that kind of thing as well. That's what alliances tend to do. Let's go a little bit further. Go through the next one and to put in some 0.7 space and find something, some rats or something to shoot. Rats are pirates. So that's what they're doing down there. As you get sovereignty, you also have to sort of work to raise almost your rank of sovereignty, the level of ownership you have of a system. So there's some of that going on right now, and you do that by mining and killing pirates within your system. Some of our court mates are doing that lately. I don't need to have this on. Let me shut this off so it's not confusing why I've got it covered up, because this stuff does not need to be covered up right now. But this is it. This is how your ship looks. This is your ship flying around, but this is the stuff of how you control it, as I said. This character that I have is not in, it's in an NPC corporation. So these are all it's just a giant group of players that could automatically add it to an NPC corporation when you're not in a player corporation. Oh, I don't even, crap. I wonder if I have missiles. If I have ammo, do I have missiles? Yeah, I've got, this means I have 40 missiles loaded, right? Yeah, I have 40 missiles. Okay. All right. Let's find something to shoot. I want to shoot something. It's been so long. I'm mostly just sitting in station because down in nullsec we keep having like hostile people come through the system, and I'm still have no recollection of what I'm doing. So I'm afraid, and I keep docking up every time that happens. All right. Now these star maps don't look exactly like they used to. What is this? So this is an asteroid belt. And in the asteroid belt, there's usually some pirates, often. So I'm going to warp to this asteroid belt at 70 kilometers out from the asteroid belt and see what happens, and see what I see. And if there's some pirates there, maybe I will shoot them with my giant missiles. This is a little overpowered for weaker stuff in high sec, but as I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've forgotten how to play. So on my other screen, I have a second account logged in, and this is how I used to play EVE. I used to play on 3 accounts at once, all the time. These wrecks. What is going on here? There's a miners are mining. Okay. Procurer is a miner. So these are people in high sec that are mining. I wonder if there's like a anomaly or some pirate stuff that I can go find. Let me look at that. What's the keyboard shortcut for the map? F10? F10. Oh, look at that. Nice. Somebody's got to come in here and help me find something to shoot. I'm really itching to shoot something. Here we go. Depot. I wonder if there's like I wonder if I should like go find a mission. Should I go find a mission? Can I dock up here? Dock. So if it's an NPC station, you can dock up. So I'm gonna go dock here and see if there's like some mission I can go find. Active. So some combat mission that'll have me have stuff I can go shoot. So things to do in EVE. In high sec, you can do mining, you can do trading. In fact, if you one of the key things in high sec, and then getting, extending into low sec as well, is trading. That can be actually really powerful and profitable, and you can make a whole game just out of trading. Because the way the markets work in EVE is Each station, each system that has a market is separate from every other system, and you can go off and you can look at what the stuff is in those other systems. You can establish market orders in those systems, and then market arbitrage is the word for buying goods in one market and selling them in another market and making profit off the difference. That's one big way to make a living and make profit and play in Eve. Talk to agents operating in this system. Why is there nobody here? Place a bounty on your enemy. I don't want to do that. Where can I get where do I get missions then? Business. Bounty office. Factional warfare. No, we don't want to do that. Planetary colonies. Mining ledger. I don't want project discovery. Nope. Journal. What's in my journal? Missions. No missions currently offered or accepted. Well, let's get out of here. You can use the agency to find mission agents while you're in space. Okay. And where is that? Social? Business? Accessories? Inventory? Where's agency? Is there a key binding for it? Corporation fleet channels. Regional market. Industry, faction, bound structures, access lists. Nope. Accessories. Nope. Between your regional market and industry on your neocom. Between your regional market. Sorry, regional market. The agency. Hello, agency. Security agent, mining agent, distribution agent, resource wars, incursion. Security agent. What does he want me to do? Current system, talk to requested. Is this what I want? Do I want a security agent? Because I don't want. Some of these missions are like go off and mine something. Some missions are go like transport, take goods from place to place. Security agents are to shoot rats. Thank you, Cadavari.
Warp drive active.
By the end of the night, I'm going to remember up to 1/10 of what I should know about Eve. Now, this character that I have is actually, as Cadavari says, space trucking. He can fly, not the bigot, not jump freighters, but he can fly some. I think he can fly freighters. He can definitely fly large transport ships, and I did a lot of transporting with this character. That was one of this character's main jobs. Where my main character shoots things. This character was sort of support.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right, agents, security. Is this the one? Level 4. Level what? I can't see what it's. Level 2. Level 2 sounds good. Start a conversation. Don't mind if I do. Must be completed. Investigate the ruins, fly to it, and report back. 73,000 ISK, which is pretty much nothing. But that's okay. Let's go do it. Accept. Yes, please. Give me something to shoot. Is this where I am right now? This is where I am right now, right? Yes. So is he going to give me... I have to go here. Let's kill this. go here. Where do I need? Okay. All right, hurry up. This expression. Where do I need to go? Where are you telling me, man? Location. Is it in this system? Let me undock and see what it looks like. I did a lot of exploration with my main warp to location. I don't want to just warp to location. I want to. Maybe I have to just warp directly to location.
Warp drive
What's the
active.
worst that could happen? You blow up. That's what could happen. So I think these are like little mini instances. So you got to warp to the location, so you're sort of inside the instance. What's the range on my missiles? How far can I be away? 44 kilometers. Okay, so I want to orbit at like 35 kilometers. Oh, this looks familiar. Okay, so here I am in space. I see nothing here yet. So let's, is there anything? Let's orbit this. Orbit it at 30 kilometers. And we'll see what happens. Combat. I'm not seeing any pirates show up yet. Maybe I need to get closer because I'm 50 kilometers away from this debris field. Let's give me a little burst of speed here. Manual piloting. Is this like a little sort of like achievement system that proves that you're figuring out how to play the game? That's what it looks like to me. Boy, this Drake is slow, isn't it? I don't know. I don't see any pirates yet. Oh, here we go. Sentry towers. I need to lock these up. Lock target. Let's, ooh, geez, orbit at 30 kilometers. Lock these up. Lock target. Let's shoot these sentry towers. Shoot that one. See what happens. I bet you there's keyboard shortcuts for all these. I wonder how many I can lock. As your skills get bigger, you can lock more targets. Is this an active? Do I have to do something to turn this up? Put online. Put offline? No. My passive tank on this? I am webbed. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is probably Control plus click to lock. Which one has me webbed? Stasis tower, right? These stasis towers, those are the ones that Let's blow those up. Yes, there we go. I'm learning. What am I shooting? All of them are shooting this? Okay, that one's going to be blown up now. This is probably not even worth the cost of these missiles, I bet. Blow up this next stasis tower. Ooh, look at that pretty explosion. Oh, I don't remember explosions looking that cool. What am I shooting over here? Another stasis tower. What are these guys shooting? Are they shooting? Why is nothing... What am I doing here? Stasis tower. Oh, I'm too far away. What the hell's wrong with me? Orbit at 30 kilometers. Get over there. I don't want to do this, though. Well, can I pulse it once? Do I have drones out? No, I don't have drones. Why would I have drones out? Hobgoblin 2s. Launch drones. Alright, drones in local space. Hello, drones. Idle drones. Go do a thing, drones. Engage target. Can I shoot that now? Am I in range? I think I'm just out of my range still. 44 kilometers. So, why am I at like 46 meters per second? Jeez. Just go over there then. I'm gonna pulse this one time. Maybe it's a bad idea because that makes you a much bigger target. But it's a risk. Why are these drones not... Engage target. Drones fail to execute as largest is not within your range. Yeah, almost. Oh man. As soon as I'm not going like 5 miles an hour. There we go. There, now blow this thing up. That's better. Okay. I gotta go. Let's go get this one. Engage it with my drones. Shoot some missiles at it. None of my drones are taking any damage. Blow up another one. Let's go get this one. Orbit. 20 kilometers. Gotta get there. this is more of a view. Okay, almost in range of that. Oh, and now I'm getting ships coming after me too. Okay, now I can load this up. Let's reload. Let's pop this. Why are these guys not on my overlay? Targets, combat. Is my overlay messed up? Let's get some of these ones while we're here, why don't we? I will head off in that direction, but blow this up, drones. Blow that up. Is this too close for me to shoot it with missiles? I will give it a shot. Okay. Engaging more targets. Ooh, why are these? Are my drones just eating them because they happen to be close by? Looks like it. Looks like my drones are having a field day. And I gotta get over here. Get this one. Blow that one up. Let me pulse one time. Get out closer to these sentries. All right. I'm finally shooting something. And then here comes more bad guys. And another sentry. What is deadly arrival? Click the little circle to the left of your first missile launcher. It will group your weapons so you can activate them all at once. Yeah, I had them in 2 groups. I don't know why I don't just do that. I don't know why I don't just keep them in 1. I used to like to keep them in 2. Wait, what did I just say? Standings decreased. Just group all weapons. But I can't do this one because it's offline. It's causing me a problem. But I can just do this, right? There we go. Okay. Drones, eat this guy. I will shoot him too. And I gotta get over here. So let me go a little quicker. Let the drones finish that off. One volley of missiles and let the drones finish it off. Be economical with my missiles. Ooh, more ships coming. Let's kill these sentries real quick. Orbit this at 20. My drones there? Where did my drones go? Blow this up. Yeah, why are these things not on my overlay? Let's finish popping this sentry. Where are my drones? My drones are just eating stuff. And we'll let them continue to do that. And I will just orbit this at 25. Oh, now I'm too far. Why did I cut out of range of that? Oh, it's a new one. Let's get over there. Stop. You're too far away. Pop these while I'm waiting. Why are my missiles not doing anything to... Oh, shit. Unlock target. Why? That was dumb. Stop. Blow it up. Target painter. Should have done that a long time ago. The drones will finish this off. And then we'll see where I'm at. Am I done? Boom. There's a new module which I did not ever have before, which I gotta figure out. Do people use it? People use those? It's like a module, or it's like an item, and you put in your cargo bay and you drop it in space, and it like gathers up all the wrecks for you. So the deal with doing this kind of stuff is first you shoot the pirates, and there's bounties on each of the pirates, so you're getting the money, the bounty money, each time you kill one of the pirates. So I think I can even look here, as long as I'm safe. No. Transactions. No. Maybe it hasn't ticked yet. Is it because this is where it would show up, right? In my journal. But then you'll get bounty money for the pirates, right? The other thing you'll do is get you can go and loot the wrecks and see what's inside of each of the wrecks, and you can also salvage the wrecks and you can get money from selling the salvage. Now, this kind of situation, you know, low level thing, again, it's increasing orders of magnitude for each of the harder stuff that you do. Mobile tractor units, yes, people use them frequently. Cool. So how do I tell if I'm done here? Let me pull my drones in before I forget. And where do I see the wrecks? Man, my overlays are terrible, aren't they? Oh, here's all the wrecks. What is this space shuttle wreck? I don't know. We'll go see what's in it. Okay. There's nothing in it. Man. Alright, so there's that, which is another close one. Let's go to this one. Let's find a wreck. I'm gonna crash into this block, aren't I? There it is. It's is it this side of this? Yeah. 2,500 is the range. Open cargo. Oh, see? Loot. Loot all. Cool. I got some loot. Where am I going next? I'm going to crash into this. Don't crash into that. Don't bounce off the structure. So see, I am manually maneuvering my ship just a little bit. The green check mark by your agent. Green checkmark by your agent mission on the top left shows you are finished and ready to turn in the mission. By your agent mission, deadly arrival checkmark. You can return to this person for more work. Cool. Open cargo. Nice. I'm sure this is just junk. It's probably not worth much of anything, but it says it's a little estimated amounts there. Boy, this Drake is a beast, isn't it? It's really slow. Where's this one? Oh, this is a mess. Maybe I should just go back to that, come back to the, agent and see what's up. How's nullsec looking? Whoa. So that's what I'll do. I'll go back to the agent and then I will go into nullsec and we'll see what's going on down there because I don't see any newts in system at the moment. But let me loot this last small wreck. These are all small wrecks, right? That's okay. I'll just loot this last one while I'm here. overshot it. Because if I can go shoot some pirates down in nullsec, that would be better for everything. Junk. All right, let's go back to this agent. Um, 121. How come I cannot align? And why is my stuff all messed up? Moon. Make sure it's not gonna hit these. There we go. No, that looks like it's in a good direction. Fine. Sounds good. Let's go. Turn to the agent, dock up there, hang out, and we'll go to nullsec.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Docking request accepted. So the other thing that the corporation does then is you can do all of these things, but you can sort of do these things as a group, right? So you could go and do PvE stuff as a group. What do I gotta do? I gotta talk to this person, right? Complete mission. 151,000 ISK. Again, it's pretty much zero. So cool. You can do that. You can do mining as a group. You can have a big fleet that goes out and gets a bunch of resources. Those resources are really important. All of the ships that you see in the game, or most of the ships that you see in the game, have actually been created by players. That's the way that goes. And then you can fight other players. And that's most of what goes on in nullsec. And that's most of what major alliances are doing down in nullsec. A lot of player behavior is driven by people wanting to take space, take sovereignty, and get kills. You sort of there's rewards you can think of as what you want to do to just kill other players, and the joy you get out of it, and the scoreboards you keep for what you've got going on. So this is just drones in this, isn't it? I've got no other weapons loaded in this VNI. Do I need any? This is the fit that I got on contract. What's in the cargo hold? Rigs. Do these go in here? What? Fit to active ship. And then drones. I got some heavy drones and I've got some light drones. So these drones are much more powerful than the drones I was using down there. I'm pretty sure. I'm watching space over here. Let's go out and find something to shoot here. Or die. Alright, let's move this over. Keep an eye on local. Trying to make sure nothing happens. And this is where I should be like hiding some of this stuff, right? Let's stop ourselves here so we don't get too far away from the station. Let's hide some stuff. What do you guys want me to hide? Want me to hide like corp chat? Would that make sense? Probably. Don't hide anything? You sure? Okay. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's look and see what's out here. Aren't there just like pirates I can just go shoot here? With my drones? What's my drone range on these drones? Drone damage amplifier. I'll have to see them when they pop out. What did I just do? Did I get bumped? I think I got bumped. Look at my cargo hold, check out my drones. I don't know. I'll put them out. Okay, I'm gonna show them all then. Cool. Cool. Let's go find something to shoot. Should I just go to that asteroid belt? See what's here?
Warp drive active.
I made one safe spot, two, relatively not deep, but made a couple safes that I can pop to if I need to as well. I got my D-scan up, although I've pretty much forgotten how to use it. I got my drones ready to go. Oh, and here's some bad guys. So how bad are these? General. I don't even know what these are. Which are the 500? That's bounty of 500. Oh, they are attacking me. That's orbit at 30K. What do I got here? Drone navigation, drone links. Nothing looks active. So I'll wait till they all lock me, and then I'll pop up with my drones. We'll see how far my drones can go. They're not shooting me yet because they're not close enough. A little bit closer to them. Alright, let's pop open. Let's launch my drones. Oops. Okay. Let's grab one of these. See how well my drones engage. Oh, somebody's shooting my drone. That guy's shooting my drone? Yeah, that one's shooting my drone. Why is he shooting my drone? Let's kill him first then. Yeah, that drone's taking damage. I'll pull it in if he keeps shooting it. Okay, so what is my range that these are able to go at? Anyone know what the... Well, it's probably specific to me, right? And my skills and stuff. Boy, these berserkers are eating them up. Oh, fine. You guys go kill that. I'm gonna loot this wreck then. I haven't even been watching local. I'm so out of practice. Local or intel? I'll just keep an eye on local. It's fine. And my drones are all in good shape. And the general's about to blow up. Boom. Yeah. I'm an ass kicker. Get back in here. Drones just in case something bad happens. Oop, there's a bad guy. Now, see, I could, if I knew what I was doing, I could just tell what the deal is with him. Let me align to one of my... let's loot this real quick, and then we'll... Let's drop a location right here, and let's align to this, and see what... Location of that wreck. Let's go here.
Warp drive active.
Dexter Athon. It's only one guy. I didn't even look at what I looted. Oh, hide passive modules. That would be useful, probably. Go back there.
Warp drive active.
So the D-scan, so this is how you can sort of scan around you and see what's around you. So somebody might know what Dexter is flying. That would be useful to know. A Stratios. So he's in a Stratios that is far away. So that must be what this is saying in my D-scan. So if he suddenly was close by to me, that would be bad news. Open cargo. Scoop all this cargo. Oh, it's worthless. Maybe I'm doing a bad thing here then. Save location. We'll call this X. Submit. Go over here. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Remove location. So what I'm doing is I'm warping to sort of deep safe spaces and then warping back to these individual wrecks rather than just staying there and flying around, because enemy players, they can be using, there's different types of scans, right? So they could be using D-scan and just figuring out that I'm near to the belt. But then you can also use exploration tools and a bunch of skills, which I used to be really good at. to pinpoint where people are much more accurately, and then you can warp to them and you can kill them. Oh, but he left. Good. All right.
Warp drive active.
So that's what I'm watching here is him leaving. Hopefully this wasn't one that I already looted. Junk. Junk, 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 junk. I guess that's an okay stasis grappler. There's one more here that I didn't loot, but I guess we'll just ignore it. Alright, so where else can I go? Another belt? How many belts are in this system? Oops, there's a bad guy. Let's go to one of my good spots again. Warp to location, but not directly on the
Warp
location.
drive active.
Clear these. 'Cause now I don't care about this anymore. And then when I'm in a little bit more of a safe spot, then I will look at the map and see. Is there like a key just to see the solar system map? Or not? So is this only one asteroid belt in this system? Or it's two asteroid belts, I see. But it's just two right there? These are the two? Or is it only one? Because it's only the one asteroid belt. You are here. Ah, no. So if I had a scanner, can you do it with D-scan? Can you find no scan results because I'm more bad guys are coming in. Who are these guys? They might just be passing through, but I want to be careful anyway. Let me align to the station. You don't have to probe them anymore. You can find them by opening the probe scanner menu with Alt P. Alt P. Okay, what's an easy one? Should I not be messing with these until we have a fleet and there are no newts in the system, or are some of these easy enough to do in my Vexor? Most people are probably ratting in combat anomalies. Okay, that makes sense. I don't want to sit in one place too long. Let's go to my other place.
Warp drive active.
Hub. Rally. Yeah, what's an easy one? Anyone know? I'll go peek and take a look. Den, rally, port, hub. A hub first, okay. Forlorn hub. We'll warp in, but a little bit further out then. Maybe not too far out.
Warp drive active.
Okay, here goes. Let's see what happens. Wish these guys weren't in system. But that's what makes it scary. Okay. Okay. Let's just go this way. Drop all my drones. Whoa, they're shooting me pretty hard. Is that okay? My armor tank or shield tank? Jeez. Let's see what happens when I start. Whoa. No, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. I was sort of sitting still, wasn't I? And that was a bad idea. Okay. Max needs to learn how to play again. Okay. So don't stand still, because I need my orbital velocity. I need angular velocity. Otherwise, they can hit me real good. I need to figure out what my range of my my stuff is. Let me just go back into the station. That'll that'll sort of fix me up real quick. I didn't ruin anything in structure. Station.
Warp drive active.
Okay, there. Yeah, so what do I gotta do? I gotta should I warp in at like 100 and orbit at 70? And I don't how do I see the range of my drones? My control range for my drones. Overload rack options. Don't display passive. They're all passive.
Accepted.
I want to display them though. Remind me that I have stuff. Yeah, where are these guys at? Jerks. I'm gonna undock. See if that fixed my ship. Stocking up. I think it does, right? Oh, not the armor. How do I repair my armor? It'll repair itself eventually, but... So what, I should be passively shield tanked on that? On this? Shield extender. I don't have any active tank. So there are modules that, you know, either armor or shield will sort of like heal you from time to time. So if your effective heal is faster than the effective damage that's being done to you, then you're all set. You're good. But if I'm just supposed to be passive, we'll try it one more time. I don't know if I should try one more time. Try one more time. Do I keep my afterburner on? I don't think I do, right? Ah, what's the worst that could happen, right?
Warp drive active.
I can launch all these drones? Apparently, yes. Now they're missing me. Now they're hitting me. Too much. Pull my drones in. Get back in here. Bring my drones back in. Shit.
Warp drive active.
Did I lose some of my drones? Did I lose drones? I think I lost. Frick, I think I lost 5 of my drones. Shit. Let's get back in the station. Because this is not going optimally.
Warp drive active.
I have to go back there and get my drones, though. Can I reconnect and scoop them up? Can I? No. And now I got more newts in system. I lost. Which drones did I lose? The big heavy ones, right? Shit, because they're so slow. See, my language gets worse when I start playing Eve. Alright, dock up. Repair my stuff.
Docking request accepted.
I think I can repair in here too, right? Ship insurance. I am insured. Fitting. Bounty office. Repair. Repair this one. Get repair quote. Zero risk. What do you mean? It had broken stuff. It had structure. Okay. Okay, so let me try to go back and get my drones. How do I gotta, what's the thing to reconnect to drones in local space? Let me see how quick I can do this.
Warp drive active.
I killed one of them. As soon as I land, I will align Great. Drones. 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 Where do I reconnect to drones? Dang it.
Warp drive active.
Let me look that up. Eve, how... reconnect to lost drones. Reconnect to lost drones. Keyboard controls. I'll end to the station. Let's go back here.
Warp drive active.
Combat? No. General. Navigation. Modules. Movement. Drones. Launch drones. Engage drone settings. Reconnect to lost drones. I can do it, but I need to click somewhere. Oh, it's probably up here. No, right? Where is reconnect to lost drones? I can keybind to it. I guess let me do that. Let me dock up while I'm messing around like this, though. So don't do something stupid. No, I guess I'm okay here. Shortcuts. General. Drones. Reconnect to lost drones. I'll just have a keybind for it. Let's do edit shortcut, current shortcut. Let's do Shift Control D. Great. Now let's go back and get my drones.
Warp drive active.
Good times. Okay, so as soon as I land, I will align and then reconnect to my lost drones and try to suck them in. Okay, here we go. Except I think they're half dead now. Damn it. Align to number 2. Reconnect to my lost drones. Attempting to reconnect. Returning. Return to drone bay. It's only one. Did I lose the rest of them? Damn it. Lost the rest of my drones. Crap. Berserker 2s. So I need 4 more Berserker 2s. Let's see. Let me see what I can do with that. So apparently, I am not up to the task for that that pirate anomaly. Let's
Warp drive active.
dock up. Duck up, Reds are after you. I'm good.
Docking request accepted.
I was never in any place for very long, but they could have camped that anomaly, I guess. Unless somebody was trying to make me afraid, trolling me. Market. Do we have drones down here? Regional market. I need Berserker 2s. Yes, drones. Crap, I bet we don't. Drones, combat drones, heavy attract drones, ogre, berserker 1s, berserker 2s. Do we have any? Best price in station. Oh, so we do. We have some. In the station. Okay. 2.5 million. So crap. I just lost a bunch of drones, didn't I? Just lost 10 million ISK worth of drones. Because I'm dumb and bad. That's what happens. All right, here. Well, let's get some more drones. Fill up my drone bay. Buy 4 of these. And put them in my drone bay. Item hanger, berserkers. I don't want to stack up because that one, maybe it's damaged or something. It's okay. That'll do. Okay. So we've got 4 newts in system. That's getting a little looking a little more dangerous than I'm happy with. So we could go back and run another mission in my Drake, or we could get a different ship. I've got other ships, but I'd have to go somewhere else to get them. I think I have them back in Dodixie that are probably a little more agile to be running that level of anomaly. Or I could go up to a higher level anomaly, like run a tier 4 mission, T4 level 4 mission. Not available to you. So here's back in my high sec guy. Let me make sure I can see what's going on in low sec. If you guys do go off to shoot something, I'll keep an eye on that. So this guy is not available to me. Maybe my standing is not high enough. I can get more of these ones though, which are the level 2s. But maybe I'll go fly a different ship. So let's go back to Dodixie. A few jumps away, and I will talk while that's going on. So yeah, I got a lot of capacitor, and I still have no idea if this is even a valid loadout, a valid fit for a Drake these days. But let's go. Let's go back to Dodixie and see what's going on.
Active.
I can show you my other ships. I can show you my what skills. I'm training some skills on this guy too. What are my skills? Mining frigate 3. Yeah, there's something must have changed because I could fly a Hulk before, and then I went back to my Hulk, and I could still, it still let me sit in it, but it said this prerequisite skill was not, I did not have it, so I must not have needed it originally, but then they added it into the skill progression. So anybody who doesn't know, is anyone watching that doesn't know how skills work in Eve. Skills, this is sort of your progression of what you're able to do, and different skills are required for different ships that you want to fly. Different skills are required for different weapons or modules that you use to load out your ship. All that is based on skills, right? So the trick with Eve, really an interesting part of Eve, is all of this skill training happens in real time, real life time. And there's very few ways to speed it up. You can speed it up a little bit by changing your attribute mix, and you can use implants to do that, and you can remap your attributes just a little bit, but it doesn't speed it up all that much. But when you're working on long time frames, like some of these skills taking months to train, even that little bit of remapping and implants makes a difference. So this guy, he's got missile training. This mining frigate, I trained rank 1 and rank 2. Rank 1 took like 20 minutes. Rank 2 took an hour and a half, and rank 3 was 7 hours. And then rank 4 will rank up from there. In fact, I could probably look at it right now. If I add level 4, level 4 takes 1 day and 10 hours, and level 5 takes 8 days and 5 hours. And this is a tier 1, like it's sort of like an easy skill, right? As you get more difficult skills, or the higher tiers of skills, they can take weeks or months to train. So
warp drive active.
I'm just training in this just because. What else was I going to train though? I was going to start training the making sure my drone skills were set, and that I could fly a Vexor on this guy. So get rid of these. And mining foreman I just had in there in case I ran out of stuff, that it would just, because he was my miner, but I don't really care. I don't really expect to be mining anytime soon in Eve. I'm not going to get back into it hardcore like I was. I did some mining on the side. I was mining ice for a little while, which give you certain types of materials that are used in certain activities. I don't even know if they're still used, but I'm not going to do that. So if I do want this guy to sort of be a co-pilot, and if I want to sort of go after like those pirates that were being mean to me, I could fly 2 ships at once, and I could dual box and basically that. I used to do that too. I used to dual box pirates anomalies, and then you can do harder stuff and spread out the damage and that kind of thing. But what was I gonna do then? Oh, look for a Vexor, a VNI, and find out what skills, because I think I did not have the ship skills I needed. So when I get back to Dotixie, we'll look at that, and maybe I can get that skill book for one, and because the skill books are what you need to even, like here, I can't even train warhead upgrades because I don't have the skill book. Same with heavy assault missiles and cruise missiles on this guy. So because I don't have the skill book, I can't do it. I see most of, well, the system did clear out a little bit in nullsec, but a couple of those guys look like one guy just popped back in. The Mick Chuck Norris has been sitting around all day, so I don't expect that. Well, you never can tell. Sometimes they sit around so that they can spy on what's going on and then call their friends in at the last minute. Sometimes they can do something what's called a hot drop, which means they drop a they drop a jump point that allow the fleet of theirs to jump in and drop on top of you. I've certainly had that happen to me, and I've done that to other people. In fact, my main character can fly Black Ops hot drop ship, if I'm remembering that correctly. So that was always fun. So then you have somebody who's bait, or somebody who's like flies into a system and pretends that they're looking around, and they look like a fair fight, right? So they track somebody down, and they go in there and they engage, and the other person says, "Oh, I can beat this guy. He's just trying to, it'll be tough, but let's do this." And then the bait ship, or the target ship, then webs and basically uses the ability that prevents them from being able to warp off, and enables the ability that allows their fleet to jump in and drop on top of them, and then everybody shoots them and blows them up. Now what I'm doing here in high sec is jumping back to my other main station where this guy's got is a bunch of inventory, because all your inventory is specific to the station hangars that you're putting it in. Also, your inventory space on your individual ships is typically quite small unless you're flying a ship that's specifically designed to be carrying lots of things, so you leave your inventory in stations. But that means your inventory could be spread out all over the galaxy, right? So I do have inventory in the two main trade hubs, up here where this guy was hanging out, in Dodixie and in Jeddah. I got 2,000 missiles in this boat. That's not bad. But then to get from system to system, I gotta go through all these jump gates. But this is all high sec, so it's not a problem at all. I see more newts in system down in LSEC. Is that the same guys as before? No, it's 4 guys. Every time you jump through a gate, you stay cloaked for just a little bit. So if you peeked inside the gate and said, "Oh, this looks like really bad news," because you're cloaked for a little while, you have a chance to do something about it. So you could try to get back to the gate. See, I'm 12 kilometers from the gate I jumped through. You could try to get back to the gate and try to jump through it. You can't do it from 12 kilometers out, though, unfortunately. So it's precarious. Maybe you'll make it back, maybe you won't. You could align somewhere else and try to warp out, warp away. Like here, I could... where's this next Stargate? Crux. I just uncloaked. I was too slow. I would have been dead. But I could have aligned to the next Stargate. So as soon as you start to align, then you uncloak, and the bad guys will be racing towards you to try to get point on you, which means, again, prevent you from warping. If they drop a bubble on top of you right then you're in trouble, but then you could try to jump out. You could try to warp to some other location. Warping directly from a gate to another gate is typically a bad idea in nullsec if there's bad guys who are expecting people to do that, because they'll put warp disruption bubbles in the path between those known routes. So if I was doing that and there was a gate camp there, people that were waiting for me, I would not do that. I would have jumped like to some random moon, and then jump to another random moon, and then try to jump near to where the gate might be, come in from a different angle, 100k away, and check if there's a gate there, and or do some de-scanning if I can get close enough. What is all this blue stuff around here? People camping out. But in high sec, you don't need to worry about any of that. If you have a ship with a cloak on it, you can do some cool stuff with your cloak too, but you're always visible for just a second or two if that happens. So then even if you cloak up, people can figure out where you were and try to come after you, and if they get close enough, then you're exposed and they blow you up. Alliance, what's going on down here? Slowly remembering more and more, as I said. Kind of want to bring my either bring my
Drive active.
high skill character up here just so I can get some ships and play with them, and I can remember how to do like exploration and fly stealth and that kind of stuff, or hope that the alliance that's setting up the locations down in Nullsec gets things settled and the market opens up and I can get some bombers down there and that kind of stuff. Some stealthy exploration ships. I used to like to do that. I used to like to find a stealthy use exploration and like find wormhole locations and find like a wormhole that is a bridge and connects back up to HiSec near to Jita. That's really valuable to some of the people who want to ship stuff around. You can find the cool anomalies. You can find hacking sites. So I don't know if that still has it, but I used to make quite a bit of money off of hacking sites, and what those were was sometimes there's be pirates there as well, but sometimes not even way back. You scan out this special site, and you had to use scanning skills. It wasn't just being able to see the pirate anomalies. So when you scan down these higher level hacking sites, then there was a hacking minigame where you'd go there and you'd go up to a module and you'd have to, depending on how your hacking skill was, you'd have to sort of like play this minigame and open up the container. And then in those containers, depending on how high level they were, you could get some quite valuable stuff. I made quite a bit of money doing that, like enough money to pay my subscription on an account type of money when I was doing it quite a bit. And then the other way I made the most of my money. So when I was playing, I always had 3 accounts at once. 2 accounts were paid for by gameplay by Plex, and then the last account I just paid for subscription for, and just saved the extra ISK to build up my funds. So I probably could have plexed all 3 accounts, but I wanted more and more ISK because I was training up more skills and I was buying more ships, and ships would get blown up too. But so I was doing some of it with like ratting and exploration for a while, and then late in not long before I stopped playing EVE, about 80% of my income was from planetary interaction. And what planetary interaction was, and I think still is a way to sort of set up, again, it's sort of like a little resource extraction mini game. You're setting up on planets in a system, and then usually you want it to be a system that you control or is relatively safe, but you set up different types of extraction in a planet on a planet, and you have to optimize how you're extracting things, and different planets allow you to extract different things. So here I'm finally in the Dodixie system. I'm going to dock up to this station and we can look at my stuff, whatever's in my station here.
Drive active.
But so you would set up, be extracting certain types of resources, and then you could also have different types of setups on planets that would take in some of the base resources that you'd extracted and use them to create like another tier of resources and refine them into either higher level resources, or eventually the types of parts which are ingredients to making ships and that kind of thing. So I had enough skill and with multiple accounts to be have a whole chain of resource extraction of like a whole set of many different parts of source resources that then I chained into using all of those together to make some quite valuable high level resources. that then were
permission requested. Docking request accepted.
easy to ship and make money off of down in Losec, because I could just sell them on the local market, and people who needed them to either build ships there or would take them up to the higher markets would do that. And it was lots and lots and lots of ISK back in the day. Okay, now I'm back in my base system, my home system. Let's look at my hangar here. That is Alt-N, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, so these ships, the Drake, so these are smaller ships that are also Caldari, I believe. So I think a Caracal, and is there a way to see the ship in the ship tree? I believe there is. So let's look at the ship, show in ship tree. Here we go. Fun. So close this stuff. So here's stuff here's sort of like the tree of ships and sort of ship progression, although there's strength and weaknesses even as you get large. Some of the large ships are too large to be useful against like small fast ships, unless you fit them correctly. Or maybe you use the right kinds of drones. So down here, what did I just say I had? I don't think I had a frigate in my hangar. So these little frigates are smaller ships, but they're faster. A Heron is a scanning ship. There's different bonuses and strengths and weaknesses. I have I think I have a Cormorant in my hangar, and then I have a Caracal in my hangar. So I have a destroyer and a cruiser. And then the Drake is a battle cruiser, so that's the tier up, and it gets slower, but it can fit these heavier weapons and that kind of thing. So this chain, then, those were ships that I had and was able to fly. So if I wanted to go do one of those level 1, level 2, lower level missions, flying one of these ships would probably be more optimal, because they're smaller, they're faster. I could loop around quicker. I could target, go after and shoot things with these weapons, which are fine to be blowing up those little ships. This one shoots light missiles, for example. This one's optimized for hybrid turrets. What's above the Drake? Scorpion, Roke, and Raven. I flew Scorpions on my main. I know I could do that. Ooh, this looks like some more bad guys down in Nullsec. I wonder what's going on down there. So here, real quick, I'll show you. Down here in Nullsec, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bad guys down here in the new home system. Looking for trouble, probably. So good thing I'm not out there getting shot by pirates. And then carriers and dreadnoughts. So I think I have carrier 1 on my main character. So where's my skills here? Skills. Spaceship command. Cruiser, industrials. I have industrials. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I had this. I was ready to inject the skill book, but didn't get the skill book yet. But I thought I had enough to be able to start on carrier training. Actually, I thought I had carriers. Is that in a different tree? No, it should be in here. Thought I had like one of them at carrier 1. Battlecruisers, Amar, Caldari, Caldari strategic cruisers, Galente, cruisers, destroyers, industrials. Maybe not. Regardless, then carriers carriers and dreadnoughts, then you're fitting like fleets of fighters and that kind of stuff. Interesting stuff happens. And I don't really even know. I never got into that, obviously. So what else did I say I was going to look at? Oh, to see about flying a Vexor Navy issue on this guy and see what skills I needed. So let's look that up. Let's grab one. Let's look it up on the market because I don't own one. Vexor Navy issue. Tell me all about it. Requirements. Galente Destroyer 3, Galente Cruiser 2, which I do not have. So I do not have Galente Destroyer 3, and I do not have Galente Cruiser. I don't even have the skill book, so this means I don't even have it injected. So I guess let's go get that. And then what else would I want to have skills on this guy? I'd want drone navigation, which I can train up in 9 minutes. I just added that to my skill queue. This is what they're recommending then, that this kind of skills you'd want to sort of, you know, be mastering what's going on here. So in this case, drone navigation increases the drone velocity. They suggest that you would have that. Armor tanking I've got, core space operation I've got, everything that they recommend at the rank 1. Rank 2, I've got most of it again, except drone skills. So I've got more drone skills that I could increase. 3, armor again is pretty good. Navigation I could boost up a little bit, acceleration control. Target management. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's against electronic countermeasures. Okay. One thing down in nullsec that I was noticing today, so again, the corporations down there, the fun part of being down there in nullsec and being with the corp and the alliance is they create their own content, right? So there's like fleets going on. Territorial claim unit is being captured. Ours or someone else's? Oh, that's probably secret. So I think some of the corp is out in an alliance fleet right now, flying around doing cool stuff. And when that's going on, and when an alliance is going after capturing territory and flying fleets, they're bringing ships down there to make it possible for you to do that. So there's the kinds of ships that they want in their fleet that they're designing a fleet around. That's down there. So there's if you're going down to do that group content, there's plenty you can do. Now here I was trying to mess around doing some solo stuff on the side. That's less optimal down there. There's plenty that you can do, especially as your skills start increasing, and I could probably fly a better ship than the one I was flying. I definitely can with this character that I've got down there and do more of that. You probably be doing a little bit of that on the side to build up your ISK and to make sure you've got a base of incomes because you can buy the ships that you need for the roams. But the fun part is roams and fleets that are capturing territory. That kind of stuff is what's going on down there, and that is all player-generated content. So that is the alliance deciding that they want to take over these systems, and other alliances and corporations deciding that they don't want us to take over those systems. And the way the timing works out on how you capture targets, how you capture systems, how you capture stations is it goes in stages, and the delay between those stages has a countdown clock that's, it's like it happens in 24 hours. It's the next stage is going to become available to be attacked again or reinforced again or saved again. And that countdown clock is visible to everyone. So you, in the space that you're attacking, that countdown clock gets set, and you can see when you need to go back there to finish it off. And the defenders can see when that countdown clock is happening so that they can have a chance to meet up and come after you, and everybody knows when you need to be there then. So sort of get content scheduled as a result. But then it's just two fleets that potentially go at it, or one fleet says that other fleet's looking too big for us, so we're going to stand down. A lot of that kind of thing happens. So what did I say I needed here? Now I forgot what forgot what I was going after. Oh, Galente Cruiser. I thought I did not have the skill book. Oh, maybe I do have the skill book. Oh, I need prerequisites. So I did. Do I need to go Destroyer 3 before I can do Cruiser 2? Requirements, Destroyer 3. Yep. Okay, so first train Destroyer 3, and that'll take 7 hours. That'll train up by morning. So 7 hours, that'll train up by morning. And then can I just put Cruiser 2 in here or after it? Or is it it's gonna want me to wait until it's actually trained. So fine, let's train Drone Navigation 1 and get something else going on up in here. Let's do Drone Navigation 2 then, because it will be more than 7 hours before I come back in the morning. So let's add level 2 here. And what else would be good? Just let's get this mining stuff out of here. Let's keep mining frigate. Let's get rid of mining foreman. Remove. What else was electronic warfare 4? I don't care about. Drone navigation 3 I could do. Advanced drone avionics. EWAR, it's this for electronic warfare drones, but it also gives a bonus to the control range of all drones. Alright, let's get this then. I'll need the skill book for it. Let's see what... Ooh. No, none of those in the current station. So where can I go get it? Best regional, 400k. Where is it? So this is the problem that I was running into in nullsec is I have some skills I'd like to train on my main character. It's not critical, but there's one other ship here. Let me show you one of my other ships. This is a pretty cool ship. Make active. So this ship, that looks like a space banana, is called a, oh crap, what is it called? A prophecy? This is the prophecy, right? Yeah, it's a prophecy. So I flew this ship in a fleet with the Alliance, led by one of our court members, Tuku. And the job of my job in this fleet was to capture the territory units. So there's these sort of machines out in space that map that as you capture those, then it says, fine, you've captured this solar system and that belongs to you. And it does go through stages, and again with those timers in between. But there was a new ability that I did not that I had never heard about, and they didn't have it back when I played, called entosis. So this entosis link is what you use on that territory unit to capture the space. So it was my job, flying this prophecy around, to go, so this prophecy is a big tanky, hard to kill, but not necessarily doing a lot of damage type of ship that could go out there to those locations and use the entosis link to capture the unit. And then the backup to this, so the way the operation worked was, you get the prophecies out there, they're flying around and they're doing their work on the territory unit, and then you have a backup fleet of combat ships that's sort of roaming the area and keeping an eye out and protecting then all of the toasters I don't know why they call it toasting, but entosis, toast. And there you go. Ding, ding, ding. Good job, Max. Entosis is the toasters are out there toasting the territory units, and because they're hard to kill and it takes a long time to kill them, if bad guys came and said, oh, we're trying to defend our system, we're going to go try to stop the toasters from toasting our territory units, the good guy fleet, the combat fleet, you'd tell them in fleet chat or in your alliance chat, hey, bad guys are coming to me here, warp to me and blow them up. So that's how you sort of defend and create sort of fights around taking over that territory. However, I flew this, and a couple of these modules that were fitted on it I didn't need, but I also can't use because I don't have the skills. So all of this stuff I can use. The micro warp drive that makes you go faster, but it also there's penalties when you turn it on. Like it makes your ability to get shot and targeted goes way up when you turn it on. So you don't want it on in most circumstances unless you need to go fast, and it's not going to cause you to take a lot of damage. So micro warp drive, the webifier, a web which slows, it sort of puts a web on a ship and slows it way down, and then warp disruptor is the disruption field. Warp disruptors, warp scramblers are what keeps you from being able to warp. All those I'm fine with. This is passive. This is just extra armor fitted to the ship. These are all passive. These are membranes, which are basically bonuses to resistance bonuses to certain types of damage. So you can see there, this one says explosive damage, minus 38% to kinetic, minus 38 adaptive, which means it goes minus 20 to all of them, and another adaptive. And then this is damage control unit, which again provides resistances to shield, armor, and hull. So I'm all fine with that, but I was not fine with these dual light laser beams. So I've trained up skills for heavy lasers, so I can shoot a lot of heavy lasers, but I have not done light lasers, and I don't have the book for the advanced. So here, if you look at the skills I need for it, I don't have the small beam laser specialization. So there's pulse lasers and beam lasers, and I don't have the small beam laser specialization, which says not only do you have to know how to use small energy turrets, but you have to then go a tier above and get this small beam laser specialization to even be able to use these dual light beam laser tier 2. So it's a T2 beam laser. Again, I didn't need them. It was fine, but I want this now, right? Because I just want to be able to use it. I can't get this skill book. So this, bringing all this story back to 10 minutes ago when I started explaining it, I can't get the skill book right now because it's not down here in this system. So I need either you need to like set up a contract and get it shipped in, or buy one myself in HiSec and have it shipped down, or send my character up to go get it. It's a little more complicated down here, but that's part of the fun of it. Up in HiSec, it would be much easier for me to go track this down and get it. In fact, so now back here to my HiSec character, who wants to get this advanced drone avionics skill. I can track it down. I thought it would just be sitting here on the market on Indo-Dixie, but it is not. So what I need to do is find out where I can get it. Best regional price, 400K, but why is it not showing me? Cancel. So let's look it up on the market, and that was advanced drone avionics. So let's go to the market. Let's search for advanced drone avionics. Advanced drone, nothing found. Search, why am I not finding anything? Regional market. Skills. Drones. regular drone avionics. So let's go back to it. Is it a sort of a special thing that you need to get from skill book not injected? Show info. Description. Required for the attributes. Yada yada yada. Required for this stuff. Yes, fine. Requirements. Electronic Warfare 4, which I do not yet have, so that's not going to help me. I wouldn't even be able to start training it if I did get it. So let's add this to the list then. There we go. Now we know one more thing that we should be adding to the list. Let's get my mining frigate 3 off of here. I think I can only have 5 skills in my skill queue. So let's try to add level 3 to the queue and add level 4 to the queue, which I probably cannot. Oh, I can. Huh. I wonder how many skills I can have in my skill queue then. So I need to get up to level 4, so total of a couple days of training before I can even train advanced avionics. But again, I don't have the book, and I did not find the book. So let's go back. Advanced drone avionics. So where do I get the book? Let's Bing it. Let's Bing.com. Eve Advanced Drone Avionics. Oops. AVIONICX. Avionics. Where do I get the book? Where? Book. I'm not seeing anything special. It's not like saying... Okay, so fine. Let's forget that. Let's look up... So there's also training systems. How can I find the closest training system to me? That's where a lot of skill books live. Drone avionics. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to track that down later. So that's interesting. Can't find it. But this is plenty to train, plenty for me to train. This is gonna take me through a couple days. And then I will be able to get, so I could go get the skill book for what I was going after, which was for the Vexor, was the Galente cruiser, right? Which I probably can get. Galente cruiser. So here, I could buy it right here and pay $575 or pay 575,000 ISK or pay 999,000 ISK. Or I can go a couple stations away over here, which is probably, so this is an NPC station, and I could go get it for 500K. So let's do that. Let's set that destination and let's go there. Let's find something different to fly though. Maybe we'll fly in one of those other little smaller battleships because they're probably faster to align and faster to get through these stations anyway. What did I have? Oh, I remember these. So let's assemble one. Yeah, look at this little ship. So this is a frigate, I believe, if I remember correctly. this is sort of cool looking. Show info. Description. The Firetail is modeled off a fighter frigate known as the Shamrock. Designed used to be a small, now extinct pirate faction. This blueprint found its way. Used to fly these little frigate ships that were small and fast and hard to hit, and you could fly like a fleet of these small little frigate ships around, and it was really cool and fun. And so you'd have like a little frigate fleet that would fly around these big ships and pin them down and blow them up, and people would be all embarrassed that they got blown up by a bunch of frigates. I've got no fittings in this, obviously, so that's probably not optimal, but so we'll find something else. But this was a cool little ship. The Hulk. So this is a mining ship. This is my big mining ship. I'll show you what this looks like. So this is a big like industrial mining ship. It's got like smokestacks coming out of it. And this one, if you look at the fittings, is all based around mining. A couple mining lasers on it, and then I think I can put mining drones in this also then too. It used to have three. You're able to fit 3 mining lasers on it, strip miners. Because when I came back into the ship, when I got back on this ship this morning, it had a 3rd module fitted, but it was obviously offline and didn't work. It said that slot no longer exists, which I thought was interesting. So that's that one. What else? A little bit smaller mining ship. This one is a exploration ship, a smaller version of an exploration ship. I used to have I forgot which one. Cheetah. I used to do exploration in a Cheetah, I believe. But this Heron has bonuses to exploration. So if you look at the info on this, its traits are combat scanner probe strength, salvager reduction, data analyzer, core and combat scanner probe strength 7.5%, and then relic and data analyzer virus strength plus 5 plus bonus. These are the mini games for hacking and sort of archaeology-ish type of things. So that was a fun little ship to mess around with, but not as powerful or as fast as the other ship I would do it in. Maybe it wasn't the Cheetah. Maybe I'd use the Cheetah to go do other things. I forgot what scanning ship I would use. I think there's an upgraded version of this. Let's look at it again. Show in ship tree. No, that's just down here. Is there like Covops? Buzzard, Manticore? No. No. Interceptors, what were these? The Raptor and the Crow? No. Interdictor. No, never flew any of those. Tengu. That I did fly. And that I could fly. My main flew Tengus. So that's a tier 3 special ship. Very expensive to rig out and to fit. But you could do high, sort of like higher level content with that initial ship back in the day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that other scanning ship was that I would use. Let's see. What other ships? What is that going to fly in? So let me take this. This one I think is the frigate, right? Those little shuttles are fast though too. A little destroyer. So the catalyst is the destroyer. Did I hit the Navitas? The Navitas is a frigate? Did I have one of those here? Why did I have a Navitas? Is this just the starter ship that you get? Got nothing in it. Cormorant. Cormorant was the little destroyer. Heron, Condor, Bantam, Kestrel, Merlin, Griffin. Light missiles, small hybrids. Alright, let's just get this Cormorant out. Fly that. As long as it's got some fittings on it. Let's take a look. Not really. It's got a bunch of guns on it, but none of this low stuff. Why not? Okay. What about the catalyst? What's in the catalyst? There we go. Capacitor. Afterburner. Armor repair. Good enough. Ammo. Not that I'm going to do anything with it, but I'm just going to go fly around and get a skill book. And we're in it. Let's go. Let's go find our skill book. Although now I forgot what skill book we're going to get. That's okay. It's getting late. I'll just go. We'll go over there and we'll check if that that advanced drone avionics skill book is there also. Although it didn't show up in local markets, so that looks
drive
weird.
active.
Looks weird. Jump, jump, jump. Bad guys in nullsec. Jump, jump, jump.
Warp drive active.
So down here, nullsec is still half a dozen bad guys. Alright, let's jump in the station, dock up.
Warp drive active.
See if we can get that. I think we wanted the cruiser skill book, and then if we can get it at the drone avionics group skill book. Check if they're there. Center for Advanced Studies School.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right, now let's see if we got our skill books are here. Calente Cruiser. Yes, at the base price of 500,000 ISK. Buy this. Don't mind if I do. Yes, one. Buy. And now let's look for skills, drones, advanced drone avionics. Here it is. Why could I not find that in? I must have been searching wrong. So let's grab this also while we're here. Cool. Buy this. Yes, buy it. Now I can look. Oh. Now it goes into your station inventory. So I should not leave. If I had just left, it would have been sitting here in the item hanger on this station, and I would have left, and it would have still been sitting here, which would have been a problem. If I can inject it, I'll inject it. If not, I'll throw it in my cargo hold, bring it back to the regular Dodixie station. It doesn't look like I. Did I already have it? I think I did, didn't I? It wasn't Galente Cruiser that I wanted. It was Caldari Cruiser. Crap. Well, then let's grab it anyway. Yeah, oops. That was dumb. Advanced drone avionics. Caldari Cruiser, is that what I'm looking for? I already have Galente. Must. Skills. Spaceship Command. Amar. Caldari. Cruiser. Vexor. Tell me, what am I missing? Vexor, Navy issue. Show me the details. What do I need? Requirements. Galente Cruiser. Oh no, I did get it. It was just the drone avionics that I was missing. Well, that's okay. I can actually sell it for a slight profit. Because I bought it just from the local market in Jita. That's right. I forgot that. That's okay. Okay, I cleaned out my stuff here. And now we can go back home. And because I grabbed that book, I can sell it for a tiny little bit of profit, but that's a way to make profit. In fact, if I took that book down to nullsec where there aren't, just one of the stations down there where somebody needs the books and it's much harder to get, like 20 jumps away, I could potentially make quite a bit of profit. Doing it at these in high sec is, yeah, I mean, if you do it at huge volumes, then you can make money off of it, but it's not that great. Alright, so let's go home, and I think then that's good for now. Okay, we'll take one look for pirates in this system. How about that? In the belts. Just for fun, to shoot one more thing.
Warp drive active.
A lot of people here in local. So if there are any pirates in the belts, people are out already probably shooting them. There's probably miners in the belts mining, high-sec mining. There's nothing in this belt. So all these rocks here, those are mining materials. Veldspar is one of the base mining metals. You use that to get so you put your mining ship on there, and you've got a little mining laser, and you fill up your cargo hold with Veldspar, and then you go back and refine it or do something with it or sell it on the market. And this is the kind of stuff that you use to make ships. These are not very valuable rocks. There's sort of different tiers and rarity of the different metals. Let's try this one.
Warp drive active.
Eve has really good graphics. It's just they're not, you're almost never looking at them, unfortunately. That's a big rock. So you can have scanners that will map out all the rocks in a list for you, so you can see which rocks you got there. In a system to figure out where the rare rocks are and that kind of stuff too. No pirates though, so sometimes pirates show up in these mining belts, but I don't see any. Okay, let's head this way. We'll do a flyby. Buzz the tower. I don't remember this much like little debris. They must have done this for effect. Graphics improvement over time. It's pretty cool looking. Time to buzz the tower. Nope, no pirates. Okay. Let's head back this way.
Warp drive active.
So here, let me show you where. So this is sort of like a map of the connection between all the solar systems down where the new home of the alliances that our corporation is part of. So we're hanging out down in here for the most part. So we have sovereignty over this system. And I think now we have sovereignty over these two systems as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where that goes. Back in the day, bigger alliances, you can do a lot of things if you like take over a bigger pocket of space. Like here, this would be interesting. Um, if you've sort of got sovereignty down in here, and then you set up back up in this system, you have people on the lookout, and you know who's in these systems down here, you can sort of be quite a bit more protected, because it's much harder for people to get in. You could still have people that sneak in and get through your gate camps and that kind of thing. But a bigger fleet that's trying to come in, it makes it much more difficult when you control bigger chunks of space. And the other thing we used to be able to have was also sort of player-made jump gates, where you could from this location at the top of the chain connect all the way to this location just in one jump by going to a player-made structure in here and engaging that structure, which got you down all the way here in one hop, which was quite interesting as well. And it also made it very easy for you to defend your space in interesting ways. So even if say a fleet of a dozen ships come in, they come down your pipe here, and they're trying to invade your system, then you could set up traps, basically. So you could set up a trap here, and if they're fighting down here, they come here, they get away from you, you drop down one system and go in your jump gate, and you get way up ahead of them again, and then they're in big trouble, and then you sort of gate camp this gate when they're trying to fly through and get out. You've jumped ahead and set a trap. So those were always fun times too, and fun tactics to try to figure out the best ways to go about doing that. I don't know if the current alliance is heading in that direction. Like they're going to go after trying to create
Warp drive active.
More sovereign space like that. So that's why when I first saw this chunk right here, this system that they sort of picked as the hub, I'm not sure why they did. It could be because who owned it, and it made it easier to take, and like one of these would have been much harder to take, or maybe there's some other strategic importance. I would have thought like this pocket right here would be much more interesting, or this pocket right here would be more interesting. But maybe not. Here's another pocket. Little pocket right in here. You can still use things like that Black Ops fleet warp mechanism that I talked about, to if you get like one person in who can light a Sino and get then a fleet to sort of jump ahead and invade a system, that can still happen, depending on like how close this system is to this system in the overall map of the solar system. There's ways to figure that out and how far you can jump. It's not just through these chains. It's not just as linear as it looks. So that makes things complicated too. So there may be reasons why that's an interesting place. Alrighty, are we back home here? Yep. So let's dock up, and I think maybe wrap it up.
Drive active.
Well, I've remembered some things.
Docking permission
I
requested.
don't know if I've
Docking
remembered
request
enough to
accepted.
be all that useful yet, but now I've got a little enough, I think, to be dangerous to my corp mates. So that is probably good for now, and we'll see how the alliance down there does and how the corp does, and see if there's things that I can get into some of those fleets to help grab more space and have some fun shooting some things over the course of the next couple weeks. So as we come back around to Eve, maybe in a few weeks, we'll stream this again, 3 or 4 weeks from now. But I think for now, for AIE in all the things, this is a good. This was a good night, and a good overview, in my view at least. I was amused. But I'll highlight this, and anybody that wants a little bit of a view into me rambling on and on for 2.5 hours now on what's up with Eve and some of what it looks like, if anyone's curious, we can do that, and we can make that available on the channel. So what's next? What is going on next week? I think Final Fantasy is going to be on the podcast next week, next Sunday. So maybe I need to reactivate my Final Fantasy account and catch up with Abavan and see what's going on in there. This is going to be a crazy week for me, but by next weekend, by next Saturday, things will settle down a little bit, and maybe then next Saturday I can fire up some Final Fantasy and reactivate my account, get on my Black Mage, and check in with Abavan and maybe stream that next Sunday. So until then, thanks for everyone that tuned in, or if you're watching this recording after the fact, thanks for checking it out. Jump in Discord. The Eve Embassy is where you say hi. It's not where you end up joining, because there's a little bit more complicated join process to get into the corporation. You have to make sure you're not a spy. But if you're a known entity, you'll get in pretty quick, and we'll get it going. We'll get you in there. Other than that, I will catch you all later.